Good morning, friends. Welcome to the SBI Securities Daily Morning Podcast. Indian markets ended in green on Friday with the benchmark indices Sensex up 260 points while the Nifty was up 100 points. The mid cap and the small cap indices also ended 0.9% higher. Among the major gainers were BPCL, Power Grid, NTPC, Hero Moto, and JSW Steel. While on the losing side, there were the IT names TCS, Infosys, LTI Mindtree, while Kotak Bank and Cipla also ended in the red. Sectorally, the power index, the oil and gas index, the commodities metal index were up 1.3 to 1.5%. The telecom index also was up 1.3%. FMCG and auto were up 1% each. The consumer discretionary sector was up 1%. While on the losing side, we had the realty index, which was down 0.6%, and the IT index, which continues to be weak and was down 0.9% on Friday. 117 stocks scaled 52-week highs, while 45 stocks were trading at 52-week lows on Friday. The market breadth was in favor of advances, so 2,142 stocks gaining versus 1,678 on the declining side. In terms of institutional flows, FIIs continued to sell, so a net sell figure of 2,118 crores on Friday, while the DIIs continued to buy on back of strong flows in mutual funds. So DIIs net bought 2,710 crores on Friday. In terms of global cues, US markets were mixed on Friday, with the Dow up 0.3%, Nasdaq ending totally flat, and the S&P 500 up 0.2%. So the global cues look mixed today. Asian markets also are trading flat to positive, and for our markets, we expect a flat to negative start today morning. There's also the fourth phase of elections which are underway currently, and markets will closely track that in view of the political uncertainty that is persisting currently. So Indian markets have totally decoupled from the global cues in the last 2 weeks. Coming to results, so a pretty result heavy weekend. So Tata Motors reported numbers that were in line with estimates, with revenue growth of 13% YOY, EBITDA up 33% YOY, margin improved 200 basis points on a YOY basis, and the net profit had a deferred tax gain in JLR, so that boosted the net profit. However, the commentary was muted with no guidance on the volume front for JLR, and even the EBIT margin guidance for JLR coming flattish. Also, domestic passenger vehicle and CV demand is expected to remain weak in the first half. Expect the CV demand only to recover in the second half of FY25, and the passenger vehicle industry is forecasted to grow in single digits in FY25 after two consecutive strong years. So expect the stock to take a breather and expect a negative reaction in market today. Coming to Aisha Motors reported a strong set of numbers with revenue growth of 12% YOY, EBITDA up 21% YOY, and the EBITDA margin also improved 190 basis points YOY. The net profit grew 18%. Royal Enfield volume growth was 4%, while Volvo Aisha commercial vehicle saw 2% volume degrowth. The commentary was strong, with the company seeing green shoots in its international markets for its motorcycles, and the middleweight motorcycle industry is expected to grow in double digits in FY25. Royal Enfield also expects to grow in double digits on back of the new product launches that they have done in FY24. Commodity prices continue to remain stable, and Volvo Aisha commercial vehicle also is focusing on reducing the discounts. So overall, positive commentary from Aisha Motors. Next up is Kalyan Jewelers. The jewelry retailer revenue was up 34% YOY, EBITDA was up 19%, and the net profit was up 97%. So strong set of numbers from Kalyan Jewelers, and expect a neutral to positive reaction. Numbers were largely in line with estimates. ABB India reported strong set of numbers, revenue growth of 28% YOY, EBITDA up 98%, a margin 650 basis points improvement, net profit up 88%, and the private capex cycle is expected to pick up pace in FY25. So ABB India strong set of numbers, better than market expectation, expect a positive reaction. VIP Industries revenue growth of 14% while EBITDA was down 88% YOY, and the net loss of 24 crores versus loss of just 4 crores in the same time last year. So negative numbers from VIP Industries, expect a negative reaction. Thermax again strong set of numbers, 20% revenue growth, EBITDA growth of 37%, margin improvement, and net profit up 20% YOY. The order book at 10,000 crore plus also provides decent revenue visibility. So positive, expect a positive reaction for Thermax. Aarti Industries revenue was up 7% YOY, lower than the Bloomberg estimate. EBITDA growth of 12% was in line with the EBITDA estimates, while the net profit was down 11% YOY. But the numbers were largely in line with estimates. The management commentary is due today, and expect a neutral to negative reaction to the stock today morning. But post the con call, we'll be giving an update. Similar is the case with Sirma SGS Technologies. So revenue growth of 67% YOY, better than the Bloomberg estimates. EBITDA up 30% YOY. Uh, the net profit was up 5% YOY on back of higher depreciation and higher finance costs, and margins also were impacted due to adverse product mix. Again, the management con call is scheduled today, but the numbers overall was on the weaker side, so expect a negative reaction for Sirma SGS as well. Ami Organics, the revenue was up 21% YOY, better than the Bloomberg estimate. EBITDA was up just 6%, but again better than the estimates. And the net profit was down 6% YOY, but largely in line with estimates. So weak numbers, but in line to better or better than expectations, and expect a neutral to positive reaction for Ami Organics. Union Bank, the NII growth was of 14%. Gross NPA improved to 4.76% versus 4.83 on a QOQ basis, and net profit was up 19% YOY. So, strong set of numbers from Union Bank. Expect a positive reaction. In results, key results today: UPL, Jindal Steel and Power, Zomato, DLF, Inox India, Varun Beverages, Aditya Birla Capital, Serra Sanitary Ware, Mapma India, Tube Investments will be reporting their numbers today. In terms of stock specific news, so Vedanta's unit CIHL has acquired an additional 47% stake in display manufacturer Avance for 650 crores. So neutral to positive for Vedanta. Lupin will be in focus. A US court has lifted a temporary restraining order for Mirabragon ER tablets, and the shipment of the product has now resumed. So positive for Lupin. Hudco will be in focus. The company is in a pact with Surat Integrated Transport Development Corp for development of the Surat Multimodal Transport Hub. So positive for Hudco. AB Fashion, the company's arm clothing retail, has allotted shares worth 100 crores, and the company's stake in the arm stands at 85.5%, up from 80% earlier. A neutral reaction for ABFRL. Andhra Paper, the company is on a pact with Sweden-based Valmet AB for supply and commissioning of a tissue paper production line, so positive in the long term for Andhra Paper. And Lemon Tree Hotels has signed a pact for an upcoming 60-room hotel in Bareilly, UP, so neutral to positive for Lemon Tree Hotels. In terms of new listing, Indegene will be making its debut today at an issue price of 452 rupees per share. The IPO was subscribed 70 times overall on the third and final day. In terms of current IPOs that are ongoing, TBO Tech, The issue was subscribed to 86.7 times on day 3, so the issue is now closed. And strong bids from institutional investors 125 times and retail investors 25 times. Aadhar Housing Finance, the issue was subscribed 25.5 times on day 3. So both the IPOs have seen strong subscription. Moving on to bulk deals, so Steel Exchange of India, Vizag Profiles has sold a 0.5% stake on Friday. And in terms of corporate action, Aptech, HDFC Bank, Transformers, Rectifiers, Bank of Maharashtra, Ramkrishna Forgings would be going ex dividend today. So that's it from the podcast. Have a happy trading session. Thank you.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.